Salutations everybody, it is Maddie here today with a gigantic info blowout for Persona 5 Royal. Atlus has been teasing for days and days and days about a lot of new information coming to Persona 5 Royal. A lot of us expected a Western release date alongside brand new information about various versions of the game, and we received exactly that. So today I will be compiling all of that information together for Persona 5 Royal, which is releasing in the West on March 31st, 2020, right in the heat of all the other releases. So make sure you carve out that free time, you save those vacation days, because this game is a time sink and you're gonna need to put the work in on it. Anyway, we're gonna be hopping between the PlayStation blog, the official Atlus website, as well as a Q&A with Sarah Wellock, who is a community manager for Atlus. She joined the fan site Discord and answered a ton of questions, gleaming a lot of brand new information on Persona 5 Royal and what will be changing. And I wanted to start there because most of the other information I'll be covering is easy to obtain, but this was within a 30-minute period on someone's Discord, and it was only promoted on Twitter, so I think it was pretty easy to miss. Let's start off with restrictions. For the capture and screenshot restrictions, we are working with Atlus Japan to improve it for Persona 5 Royal. So if you guys remember, back when Persona 5 released, the only negative thing that hit its complete release cycle was that Atlus was not allowing people to stream the game after a certain day. And I personally can speak for myself saying that that didn't really encourage me to create content, because right as the game started to hit its stride and pick up, the game shut down. And I think they really could have pushed that date back a lot further as to when you should stop streaming, because I didn't think anything spoiler heavy was happening in the time of July for Persona 5. So it's good to know that they're working on improving those restrictions. Next, the game still has English/Japanese voiceover. We have a lot of new voice acting and some lines that have been re-recorded to fit in the new character's release date. Collector's editions and digital editions are the same EU and US. So the most important part to me personally is that first line. Sarah did also go on to say that a lot of these new lines were recorded for social links too, to incorporate these new characters. So for those of you who have played Persona 5, played it again, you know a lot of the key moments throughout the game. There is going to be a lot changing with Royal, which makes it exciting for myself and many others to go back into this title. And I'm also glad that Atlus is taking that extra step of effort to make sure that all these new characters are smoothly included. It reminds me actually of Catherine Full Body when they included Rin in the story. As someone who played Catherine for the first time this year, it felt like a natural inclusion, like she had always been there. In the terms of marketing, when asked about events, trailers, Morgana reports, the stuff we've been seeing for the Japanese release of Persona 5 Royal, Sarah did confirm that they are doing that alongside some hopefully very cool events. So don't worry, the marketing will be taken very seriously for Persona 5 Royal. It's not just another release for Atlus. This is a very big deal for them. A little bit more on social link changes. When asked about if they change, Sarah said they really do, and if, like me, you are a Ryuji fan, it is brilliant. So he is actually one of the social links that's going to get a pretty significant tweak. No more details on that, but what I think folks will find very interesting is a fan favorite Akechi. Everyone loves Akechi. I love Akechi. We all love Akechi, okay? And someone asked Sarah, as a Akechi fan, how will I feel about Persona 5 Royal? To which Sarah said, the happiest. Now, there's been a lot of speculation, and some of the trailers confirmed, we'll just say some things, and we'll talk about it a little bit deeper into the video, but it seems like a lot of what's going to be happening in Persona 5 Royal is going to change the general outcome that happened in Persona 5. I don't want to say more on that, but that sort of indicates a pretty big shift from what we had previously experienced in Persona 5. Now, this is a bit off topic, but it's still pretty big. If you guys didn't know, there's a Shin Megami Tensei game confirmed for Switch when the Switch was first announced in that really awkward press conference, and Sarah actually commented on it saying she knows a lot but can't say anything at all. So I think a comment is better than complete silence. It does show that at least something's happening behind the scenes. It's not like they forgot about it or they moved on from it. I imagine soon it'll be getting a re-reveal. The last thing from Sarah is according to Persona Central. She said the rebranding is part of our goal to become a much more globally aligned company, especially with our community. This was in response to someone asking about simultaneous releases worldwide. Kingdom Hearts was another series that really struggled with simultaneous worldwide releases. You have Japan getting it super early, and especially in a day and age with the internet, it's still very easy for stuff to get spoiled for you. And when another part of the world has the game 3-4 months ahead of time, it can be a pretty dangerous situation, especially for hardcore fans. So it's good to know that Atlus is looking into the future, hopefully trying to align these release dates or make them a little bit closer. Alright, now let's move on over to the PlayStation blog. This will be linked in the description down below. Digital pre-orders will come with an original Persona 5 Royal theme as a bonus, and all the original Persona 5 DLC will be free for all Persona 5 Royal players. Prepare for an all-new RPG experience in Persona 5 Royal based in the universe of the award-winning series Persona. So this is pretty big because actually the DLC for Persona 5 has always been super expensive. But what sort of annoys me about this is filling its place is a new set of super expensive, ridiculously priced DLC for Persona 5 Royal. We can see some of the prices for the various editions as well as the DLC here. Let's go over all of it, starting off with the launch edition, which comes with a steelbook case and a dynamic PS4 theme. It's $60. Then we have the Royal Ultimate Edition, which is $100 and includes all the game and DLC bundles, plus 6 additional costume packs. This actually may have a lot more value than it looks like on the surface, and we'll get into it in a second, because we also want to talk about the Deluxe Edition, which includes the game and the Persona 5 Royal Kasumi costume bundle. But let's look at the Royal DLC bundles. We have the Kasumi costume bundle for $15, the Battle bundle for $10, as well as the Persona bundle for $10. On top of that, we have the DLC bundle for $60. No real descriptions, but most of them are fairly self-explanatory. So based off all those prices, if you match them together on top of the launch edition, it would save you more money to buy the Ultimate Edition. However, there is one more edition that I personally want to get, which is the Phantom Thieves Edition. It comes with a Joker mask with a stand that you can apparently wear, so I can see myself using this as a video prop. We have a steelbook case, we have the soundtrack, a collector's box, an art book, and a dynamic PS4 theme once more. On a very personal note, I'm excited for the new collector's box because my dog chewed my first one and I am super sad about that. So there's a lot of versions for the consumer if you just want to buy the game for $60, which by the way, a lot of people were complaining about. I thought that was very silly. I don't know how people didn't expect Atlus to add all this content in, practically alter the entire story, and them charge like $30. But I sort of understand the perspective of we already had something like this before, so why are you charging so much money for it? Now, between all of the brand new information on Discord, as well as the new trailer, the PlayStation blog, we have 4 new screenshots to take a look at that will take your heart, if you will. And it begins with Kasumi, which I believe is during her awakening when she first earns her persona, because we can see her persona directly behind her, yet she does not have the Phantom Thieves mask on yet. There's also the little border around the screen which Persona 5 used during cutscenes, and I believe this does indicate that she is in her awakening phase here, just about to earn her true power. Next we have Joker chillin', anime cutscene, very important stuff. The more anime cutscenes that are jammed into these JRPGs, the better. Next we have Ryuji with Best Girl Makoto. A lot of people ask me who my favorite is. It is absolutely Makoto. Ryuji is a lucky guy to be clicking shoulders with her. I'll be quite honest, I'm a little jealous. And lastly is Goro Akechi with Robin Hood. They are in the Casino Palace, which really isn't anything different from the base game. But still, 4 new screenshots, nothing in the terms of brand new details to glean, just characters looking awesome and doing cool things. Anyway, last bit of information. I saved it for the end of the video because it's a little bit more, we'll say, speculative. It's not confirmed, it's not concrete. In fact, it totally got removed, and that could be either intentional or a oopsies. Regardless, let's talk about what was listed on the Atlus site in the bullet points to describe what Persona 5 Royal was. It says, with the new semester at Chujin Academy, get ready to strengthen your abilities in the multiverse and in your daily life. Now, this could also be a bit of over-analysis, once again, why I saved it for the end, because they are using the term multiverse, not metaverse. And according to some of the trailers and things that we've seen for Persona 5 Royal, we do know, once again, I'm not going to spoil anything, so do not worry, but we are aware that a lot changes with certain outcomes of certain characters and their arcs and people tied to them. Once again, I won't get into specifics, but we know some things are going to change. And a lot of folks had noticed that, oh wait, it says multiverse, not metaverse, and does multiverse explain why these changes are happening? Once again, it could be totally overanalyzing it, but I thought it was still worth bringing up. Anyway, this is your gigantic news roundup for everything that's happened today, December 3rd, for Persona 5 Royal. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'd love to know what you're thinking about Persona 5 Royal. Are you excited? Are you paying attention closely to this? Are you going on media blackout? Fire away. Other than that, big thanks to the patrons for participating, supporting this content, making experiments like this possible. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description down below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting that as it fuels all the content I create here. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.